All right, Len, so this all started as an effort to give these smaller neighborhoods more of an identity. So whether you're standing where I am in Optimus Park or a few streets down in Villa Heights, you'll still be in the Mill District, is what they're calling it.
The name is pretty self-explanatory, but for those of you who don't know, Lewis Donald explains.
We have plenty of mills, mostly refurbished and reused, which is great. And I just think it adds identity. We've seen it happen in Plaza Midwood, we've seen it happen in South End, and I think it's just good for the city.
Donald owns Sweet Lou's Barbecue in the Belmont neighborhood, and he thinks this rebranding will give a big boost for small businesses in the area.
I can't tell you how many times I answer the phone and they're like, "Where are you? We're in Belmont, we're looking for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're Belmont neighborhood, you know, it's very different." And I think that banding together like this will create a much easier marketing.
But one community member, Angela Ambrose, says this rebranding is more about benefiting the businesses rather than the community members.
It's about marketing, bringing more people into the community. And I feel like I'm not necessarily objective to that because we're all having our thing, but we should have talked more inclusively about the name and we should have been more intentional about that.
Ambrose also doesn't agree with the name being the Mill District because of the history the area holds.
And we're talking about reverting to a time that did not include me. It didn't include black people, right? And it didn't include black people or any person of color. Most of the deed restrictions on a lot of these old homes and mill homes said for the Caucasian race only. So you're capitalizing on something that isn't inclusive of the entire area.
But Gavin Toth, the organizer of this rebranding effort, said they plan on covering the whole story of the Mill District's history.
It's only the beginning of telling the story, because there's the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the entire story needs to be told. We find out with this starting point, we know we'll get more and more feedback over time.
And coming up at 6, I'll tell you a little bit more about the history of this area and why these grassroots organizers want to preserve it. But for now, live in Optimus Park, Emma Withrow, Fox 46.